Hey, hello, welcome back to another video, to a new vlog. Hi, it's Monday. So it's about 2 in the afternoon. I had a bit of a slow morning and a very slow weekend because I had a lot of pain. I'm still in quite a lot of pain today. I did move around a little bit because I'm rearranging some things on my shelves to make room for this crazy amount of fabric that my mom got me in this like market. It's all secondhand and it just, I'm so excited about it. But I tried to make room. I don't know, maybe I didn't do it very well. Anyway, I've got 2 shelves cleared on this side, and the shelves under my desk are also cleared. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I'm excited about that, but I just wanted to like tidy up a little bit. I'm not gonna have that fabric for a while. I don't know when I'm gonna get it here, but yes, I'm excited. I'm working on the little handbags that I showed you in the last vlog a little bit. I'm still working on the embroidery for that, which is still going to take like at least another week or 2. So I don't think the bags will be ready for a couple of weeks. Yeah, that's it. My hamster is doing better. Her eye is better. It looks healthier, and also there's like no pus coming out of it anymore, so that's great. She did have conjunctivitis, so I'm glad that we got that all sorted out. I have a few more days of like eye drops to do, and I'm gonna do it as the doctor prescribed. I'm not gonna like stop earlier than what he told us to. Yeah, I also want to start working on some new patterns and like molds and stuff, because I have this new fabric that I'll have to work with, and I want to make some different like patterns and stuff because I don't have that many. I feel like I have like a lot of things to do and just like don't have that much energy to focus on like one thing for a long time. So I was going to work a little bit longer on my vlog from last week because I'm still editing that. And I still have like 45 minutes of footage to go through, so yay me. Why do I talk so much? Hello, good morning. It's Tuesday and it's about 10 a.m. I've had breakfast. I didn't get up early. I forgot to give my hamster her eye drops at the right time, but it's fine. It's fine because her eye's a lot better, so I feel like it's okay. It's probably okay. Anyway, I'm feeling much better today, although I do have a weird pain in my shoulder. In this shoulder, and when I like stretched when I woke up, I pulled this muscle, or like got a cramp here, so that was fun, and that hurts a little bit, so I have that happening. But I feel much better. I'm still in pain, but like manageable pain, and I really need to go and do some stuff because I feel like the last couple of months, with my health being like a little bit worse, I have also like withdrawn a little bit and like stopped doing things that I was able to do, and I have to counteract that. And even though that's going to make me really tired later, I need to start working towards getting more quality of life like I was before. So today's plan is to go into town by myself, not get an Uber back. Okay, so I'm going to maybe take the bus later, because I still need to like get dressed and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm not going in my pajamas. So I'm gonna go to town. It's actually a good day to go to town because it's like very cloudy, and that means that it shouldn't be sunny and like warm. Yesterday, I ended up like working a little bit on the patterns on my like new pattern filing system thing. I'm gonna show you because I'm so proud. I copied out the image from the actual instructions, and I think it looks so cute. Like, look at it. That's what this top is like, and it's so cute. I also made this pattern yesterday, or like cut out, like copied out this pattern. I was also copying out like the instructions by hand, but I don't think that's a good idea because that's gonna take a million years. I should just get printer, ink printer, whatever, like for my printer, and like photocopy it, because I feel like that would just be easier. But yeah, this is this one. This is the one I made for my sister. I also worked a little bit on my cross stitch embroidered handbag that I'm working on. It's going. I'm almost done with one side. So that's good. I have to finish that and then finish the other side. Also, I'm leaving on Thursday to visit my family. So that means I have to pack tomorrow. I also have to film a video today or tomorrow. Hopefully today so that I can edit it tomorrow. I also have work to do finally on like my actual job. New video that I want to work on, I still need to do like more research on it. I still need to like read through my notes and stuff because I'm making a video on kind of why are we super jumpy when we have fibro. Like a lot of people I've noticed, especially me, I'm super jumpy. Like I get scared of everything. Like noises make me jump and a lot of things make me jump, and I'm always like, why am I so jumpy? I never used to be like this. Yeah, I've just been researching that, and it turns out it's something called hypervigilance. So I'm going to be making a video about those two things together, like how hypervigilance and fibromyalgia interact and kind of why we have that and stuff. And I found some interesting stuff, so I need to read through it and make some notes. And kind of put those into my brain so that I can then tell you about them. I've also had the idea of making a video about like how I research things for my videos and how to kind of read through the stuff that's online about fibro. Like, I don't know, would you like that, or you just like watching the videos and not having to research yourself? If you'd like a video about like how to research and how to kind of look for things and how to understand the language and stuff, let me know. It is a lot of work, but let me know and I can maybe hopefully make that for you. Hi. Again, I just got back from town. This is the hat my sister got me for Christmas. It's so cute, right? I went to the library to return the books that I had to return and to get some new books. Obviously, I didn't intentionally get new books. I just can't help myself. It was raining a lot on the way there, and also just while I was in town. I didn't walk to town though, I got the bus, which turns out is like only 10 cents cheaper than getting an Uber. So it stopped raining after I left the library, and it was just very windy and cold, so it was okay. I got some printer ink stuff. Yay, go me. I got some tissue paper. They only had green though, which I'm not a fan of, but yeah, I know that some people do their patterns with tissue paper, which seems dangerous to me because it's so thin. But the idea for this was to package clothing items because I think it just like gives it a nice finish. So yeah, I got some of this. It wasn't very expensive, so it's not a big deal if I don't use it. I got some glitter glue sticks because, I mean, I can't resist, for one. And they were on sale. No, the thing is, like, you can use hot glue to make stamps, like wax seal stamps. So I can use these and make a few and then stick them on things. It's fun. Then I got some cod liver oil. It's not the same brand that I normally use, but they changed the website, so now you have to order at least 10 euros to get something. And that sucks because I used to be able to get my cod liver oil like quite cheap on that website, and I don't want to spend more money on their website just because they want to have more money. You know what I mean? Like, and I also got this, which was very expensive. It was like 14 something. It's not that expensive, but it's only like 24 like little things. And apparently this is like something that my gastroenterologist suggested that I try, and I just, every time I go to the pharmacy, they never have it, so I've just been like not trying it. And they're little cubes of like rhubarb, figs, tamarind, and alcaravia, whatever that is, with also, what are these called? Dates and plums. So everything that makes you poop. And they're supposed to help you poop. And then let's do a little library book haul. Oh, I knew I forgot something. I forgot to exchange my like old cartridges for new, like for a discount. Well, there's always next time, you know? So, I got 13 blue envelopes, I think, by Maureen Johnson. Let's see what this is called in English. 13 little blue envelopes. So, little blue envelopes. And this is kind of about this girl who lives with her aunt, and her aunt kind of like disappears one day, just goes off to Europe, and, you know, as artists do. And she only gets like postcards from her aunt like every now and again for like 3 years. And then she gets $1,000, a train ticket, and a set of instructions that say that she can only take a backpack. She can't take like books or anything with her. She can't take extra cash, only the money that she got. And she can't use like her phone or anything to help her with the adventure. So she can only communicate via postcards and letters. So I don't know. It just seemed like a fun time. Like, it just seems interesting. I love a good bit of snail mail. So, then I got, what is this called in English? Or, well, turns out this book is actually originally published in Norwegian. I don't know what the translation to English is, but it's called The History of Bees. And it's actually like 3 different timelines, one in 1852, one in 2007, and one in 2098, where there are 3 families whose lives kind of revolve around bees somehow. And I guess it's about like family values and man's power against the destruction of the planet. I don't know, I just thought it was like relevant to right now, so I got that. And I also got this one, which is called Happy Chrissy, How the Science of Happiness Controls Our Lives. It's about kind of how there's this industry all around being happy, and people being like, and people kind of dominating their negative feelings and pursuing being productive and not having any negative thoughts or any like not quitting and things like that. And it's kind of the idea that we are convincing ourselves that being rich or being poor, and success and failure, and health or not, or sickness are exclusively of our own responsibility. So we are responsible for those things, and not this other factors. So yeah. I don't know, I just thought it was interesting. I don't normally read nonfiction, but I thought this really caught my eye. And it's something that we talk about often in the chronic illness, like Spoonie community, about like being productive and all these kind of feelings. So I thought this would be interesting, and that's it. Now I have to get back to my other things. So I will check in with you later. Hello, good morning. It's Wednesday today. It's 20 to 11. And I've been doing a little bit of work, but I have to pack today because I'm leaving tomorrow. So I think I am going to do that and then get back to the things that I need to do. I've got some laundry going. Productive so far. So yeah, that's it. I don't have that much to update you on. Hello. So the sun's coming out just when I'm starting this, so it is 1:30 in the afternoon. I just finished packing. I'm like packing very light this time. I don't know if I'm forgetting something. I don't think so. I really want to make Zeus, my dog, a like matching bow tie to my outfits. So I might have to do that because how can I not? And I was thinking of making like a little handbag that isn't embroidered, just a simple one, to put that up for sale. Maybe, I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I'm like in the mood to make stuff. Hello, sorry. So it's almost 6, right? and I'm just sitting here minding my own business, like doing my thing, and I just got a call, like an unknown number. Well, it shows the number, but I didn't know it. And I answer, and it's like, hi, this is whatever her name was from the hospital, like the public hospital where I used to live. We're calling you from the orthopedics section. And I was like, my first thought was something happened to my parents, like somebody hurt themselves and they're calling me, but like, so I was like, okay. And she went, I'm calling you about an appointment that your family, like GP, asked for you in 2015. And I was like, it was 5 years ago. She was like, oh, I was just wondering if you're still interested because then we have a free appointment for you now. 5 years ago. She was like, oh, I was just wondering, you know, if that issue is still an issue or, you know, not. If you want to give up on your appointment. And I was just like, I just laughed because I was like, I don't even know what to say. It's been 5 years. 5 years. No, I don't have that problem anymore. It wasn't even an orthopedics thing. It was something else. I fixed it. And now I have other problems. And I don't want to go to their doctor because it took 5 years. Because this is why I don't go to the public system. Because my condition is not considered to be important. So there's waiting lines of years. And I'm not going to wait 5 years to get, you know, somebody tell me something snarky. I'd rather just get told now. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like 5 years. Wow. Anyway, this afternoon I've made a little handbag. It's so cute. Look at it. I love this fabric so much. Yeah, it's the same on both sides. It's got a little strap. It's all like vintagey. And on the inside there's a little pocket that I made with the outer fabric. So I thought, oh, that was a cute little touch. And I made a little tag saying Craftio, and then it says handmade. And I think it looks so freaking cute. I'm just like working on the prices to list these up on my Etsy shop. So far, things that I was selling on Etsy was kind of like things that I made anyway to pass the time, and I didn't really want to get a lot of money out of it. I always thought like, oh, you know, I don't want to charge too much because then people don't want to pay for it. But lately I've realized that maybe charging too little is also a problem, because not only do I not get any money for my work, and you know, it's kind of like, it kind of sucks to not be getting paid for what you're doing, but also it could get people to think that my products aren't good quality because I'm charging so little. So I've started kind of thinking about pricing things properly and kind of making sure that I'm covering all of my costs, because I kind of tend to forget that sometimes. So I'm trying to be really like professional about it. So I've got this little notebook that one of my friends got me for Christmas, and I'm actually just going to use this for pricing and like writing out my costs and things like that. And this will also help me because in the future, if I need to make something and that I've already made in the past, I can just come in here and see what I used. So I'm listing not only my costs, but like every single thing that I used. I also wrote down how long it took me to make this, so it was about 3.5 hours. Then I have to come up with like a rate, like how much I want to get paid by the hour, which is really hard because like I don't want to charge too much, but also like I just literally researched, like Googled how much should I charge per hour for my crafts or whatever, and it was like $12 to $20, and I was like, that is a lot of money. So I'm obviously not charging that much because I just can't like bring myself to do that, and I don't know if anybody would pay for that. I don't know, maybe I'm being silly. Let me know if I'm being silly. I don't know. Also, I made my dog a little bow tie that matches one of my skirts, and I'm so excited. I want to go and take him on a walk while I'm also wearing this skirt and take lots of cute pictures. We'll see if that happens, but it would just be the most cutest thing ever. I took photos of these, of this bow tie, but I don't know if I'm going to list it or not. I don't know if like something people would buy, but it's something that's very, like, it's very cute and easy to make, and I can make them relatively quickly, and it uses up lots of little leftovers of fabric, which is really cool because you don't want to be like throwing it away, you know. It's not very sustainable. Hello. There. Anna. Over. Eggy. Well, apparently not. So, I just wanted to check in. It's Thursday. It's actually 6 o'clock now, and I got here at like 11. And I went to water aerobics yesterday. It was good. And today I got here like 11:30, hung out, went to the grocery store with my mom, hung out, whatever, had lunch. And then in the afternoon, we went to her like little sewing club thing that she goes to. Very funny. I enjoyed that bit. And then we went to the haberdashery because I needed to buy some thread for my cross stitch projects that I'm working on. I think some people call it floss, which is weird to me. So yeah, I just came in here to change because the little sewing club is held at like a back room in a church, and it's so cold. I don't know if it's like I'm getting punished for not being a Christian or whatever, but I don't think so because all the Christian ladies were cold too, so. Yeah, that was a terrible joke. Okay. Hello. Good morning. I didn't just wake up. It's 8:30. I woke up at 7 and then I kind of like snoozed for a bit and then woke up at 8, and I've just been kind of playing on my phone a little bit. I went to bed very early yesterday. I think I came to bed at like 9:30 and then kind of asked my mom to help me because I was getting very, very foggy. And we were just like chatting for a bit. I don't remember what we talked about, but it was nice. I think I've told you this, right? So my mom was at the flea market because my parents sell antiques. So she was at the flea market and she saw somebody else selling fabric by the meter, really cheap. And she didn't really know what I wanted. So she kind of ended up making a little deal with the lady, and she like bought her entire everything she had. She actually got a very good deal for the amount of stuff that we got. There's like 2 piles of fabric in those cardboard things, and the piles are like that big. And also, I think there's like over 60 like different fabrics. But there's all kinds of stuff. There's like silks, there's velvety fabrics, there's wool blends, there's a lot of plaid and gingham. There's some kind of sweater material, like woolly type of fabrics, which is really cool because I can make some sweaters for myself. I'm really excited about the ideas that I have for it, but I'm currently kind of categorizing stuff. Also, with that batch of things, of fabrics, there was also this like huge basket of buttons. There's a few zippers in there, like 3 zippers, and a lot of belt buckles, like, so you can then make belts out of it, like just the buckles. But they're very cute. They're like 70s, 60s-esque, and apparently this was kind of some haberdashery or like fabric store that closed, and they sold their stock to someone because a lot of stuff still has like really old tags, like in the currency before we had euros. That's that. I also started listening to Get a Life Chloe Brown yesterday on the train, and it's excellent so far. Like, I feel so represented. I feel like she describes the illness so well, but so casually and so naturally, and I like that. I like that the story is not about like her condition or her trying to find a cure or anything. It's not about the condition. Like, the condition obviously plays a role because it like becomes a plot device for certain proximities and relationships to be had and to like for conversations to arise and stuff like that. But it's very like casually thrown in, but in a very well-written way. Okay, I'm not saying it's like thrown in a bad way. Like, it's in a good way, because we don't want it to be everything about the story. The story is actually about Chloe, who has this like near-death experience, realizes that she wants more out of her life than what she's currently doing, and so she decides to like move out, and she decides that she wants to like ride a motorcycle and enjoy her life more, right? So it's like not about the condition. None of the points in her like to-do list of getting a life are anything related to the illness. They're all things that she wants to do for herself that like she's never experienced, or she's feels like because of her fears and her anxieties and her like insecurities, she's just never enjoyed those things. So it's more about like her self-fulfillment as like a person than anything to do with the illness. So I think it's just excellent. I'm really enjoying it. Well, hello. It's 10 to 10, almost my bedtime, and I was just eating dinner and chatting to my mom for a bit. We were looking at fabrics that she has like to do stuff with, like that she's bought, and her idea was to make something and she hasn't made it yet, and we were kind of like discussing what we should make with those fabrics. I bought a book today at the new charity shop that opened in town. There was one where I used to go and buy all of my secondhand books and stuff, and all the proceeds would go to an animal shelter, which I was very happy about. And now it's Salvation Army, which like I'm kind of iffy about, because like I know that there's been a lot of instances where people from the Salvation Army have refused help to people who are gay or transgender or in other situations that are different to whoever is helping. And I just like, it doesn't sit well with me. But also I think that it could be a case of the person who is wearing the vest that says Salvation Army was homophobic, and not everyone who's who works for the Salvation Army or volunteers for them is going to be like that. I don't know. I just went to check it out to see what they had, because at the end of the day, even if I don't really support them that much, it's still better, I think, to buy things secondhand than to buy them new, right? So, I don't know. There's a lot of things at play there. It doesn't sit super well with me, so yeah, anyway. But I bought a book. It was 50 cents, I think. So, it's this one. It's called The Court of the Air. It's very pretty. It reminds me, the cover is giving me like Night Circus vibes. I might not be anything to do with that, but it just feels like that. And basically, I was sorting through the fabric that I'm sure you can see there. That's the pile that I worked through today. So I had to unfold them all and measure and make sure that like they're in good condition and stuff like that. And what I'm doing is in this little notebook writing down all of the stocks, so like how much I have of each thing, and I'm giving them numbers. And yeah, so far there's 36 pieces. And yeah, the one that I was saying that I've worked already like 24.5 hours on is this one. So this side is done. I'm ready. Started working on the other side. I've done this far. Oh, I'm showing you the back side. I've done this much on it, so not that much, but I worked on this one a little bit, which also looks really, really cute. I think looks really good. But the yellow thread that I bought, that is supposed to be the same number as the yellow thread that I was using, it doesn't match. And you can't see it on camera, but like it doesn't match. And at the haberdashery that I normally buy my thread at, they just don't have one that looks the same. And because it's a different brand, so I need to go to a different haberdashery and find that sells that kind of thread to hopefully find some. But everybody that has seen my little work has really liked it and like praised me for it. So yeah. So today we went to a like meetup group of ladies who meet to sew and like they're knitting and whatever, doing their thing, and just like hanging out, sharing knowledge. The lady who organizes it is a librarian, so this actually takes place at the library, and she knows about a lot of these things, like crafts and stuff, so she will teach you if you want to learn something new. And yeah, it's just like, I just like it. It's fun, we chat, it's just like cool, and yeah, it was nice. And I'm pretty tired now. I have a bit of a headache, so I was just gonna get in bed and do a little bit of like admin.
Hello, it's Saturday and it's actually like 11 something, and I just got in bed and I'm waiting for my hot water bottle to start doing its thing. And I'm just using my phone because my camera SD card is full and I just can't be bothered with getting my laptop and all that. So I haven't vlogged yet today because I woke up and I kind of wasn't really in the mood. I just wanted to go and eat and hang out with the dogs. Then I did some sewing for my granddad because he wanted me to do some zippers on a shirt, and I sorted through some boxes of old stuff of mine. Sorry. Found some really funny gems. Then I went with my mom to, she's doing this class, an astrology class, and it's once a month, which was interesting. It was just interesting to listen to somebody else's perspective of the world and of things and situations, and I just found that interesting. The other thing that I really wanted to talk about is that while we were eating lunch, there was a news story thing feature, I guess, in the news in a pretty big channel here in Portugal about fibromyalgia. And I was like, okay, well, let's listen. And oh my God, it just made me so angry. I felt like what they said, the misinformation, was worse than just not talking about the illness at all. So bad. This doctor came on and basically, very long story short, one doctor who says that fibromyalgia, there's no cure or whatever, but he's found a treatment that is effective, or something that makes all the symptoms go away. And his treatment is happiness. Oh my God. What? For one, that's not true because that's pseudoscience and not science. For two, it implies that the millions of people who have this condition are just incapable of being happy, or just don't want to be happy, and that's why we're in pain. And that's so insulting and so condescending, and it implies that happiness is something that anyone can just achieve super easily, and that's not true, because there's racism and misogyny, clearly, and patriarchy, and there's just so much discrimination. There's so many things that can mean that you don't have access to the things that would give you happiness. And I know that happiness is also very much how you look at life, but if your life is shit, there's only so much you can do. And it's a lot easier to be happy if you are financially stable, and if you have a supporting family and a happy kind of home situation. There's just so many factors that factor into your happiness, and it's not always that easy. Things are just not that simple, and it's just so infuriating. And the other thing that he said was that often people who suffer with fibromyalgia are people who have a hard time, who are too dedicated to other people, and who just don't focus enough on themselves, and who are just super worried and anxious. And that's, again, super condescending and insulting, because it not only makes it sound like all of us are just these, a bunch of hysterical women, but also it's not true, because then it would mean that every single person who has anxiety or who is too dedicated to other people would have fibro, and that's not true. So what even is that? And it just the things that they said were so wrong, and then they focus so much on the pain thing, and yeah, they're in chronic pain, but that's not even, for me, the pain doesn't even scratch the surface of the symptoms. If it was just pain, I would not even mind having this. Because it's not just pain. It's not constant. The pain's not always the same. It changes so much. That's the thing, is that it's limiting, because not because of the pain itself. It's the fact that the pain is never the same. It's that you don't know when you're going to have pain. So you don't know when you leave the house in the morning if you're going to feel well enough to get home by yourself. That's the thing that is limiting. And it's not we're just closing ourselves off at home because we are just we just want to be unhappy. Like, what? And it just, like, I was so angry when I heard that I just wanted to cry, because, like, we fight so hard for our rights and to be heard and to be understood and to be treated and for things to be studied more, but like there's just not enough information. And then they say like, oh yeah, it affects mostly women. It probably affects mostly women because the men are getting diagnosed with like proper things or are getting diagnosed with other things instead of fibro, because we just get diagnosed with fibro. No, I'm not saying that fibro doesn't exist. Like, I totally think it exists, but I think a lot of women get diagnosed with fibro who don't have it, but just because the doctors just can't be bothered to find out what's wrong with them, and it's just easier to say it's fibromyalgia. When there are men who maybe do have fibro but get diagnosed with other things that are maybe more like serious or more like taken more seriously, because male doctors are mostly the ones who are treating people. And it's just like such an absurd thing that a male doctor who doesn't have fibro comes on TV and says that, like, and they just eat it up. Like, they like interviewed one lady who is his patient who mustn't have fibro, because like I'm sure you who watch my vlogs know that I'm an extremely happy person considering the situation. But it's very hard to be happy when you're in pain all the time. And it just doesn't make any sense. And like, they kind of implied that all people who have fibro it always comes from like a psychologically traumatic event, which is not true, because I was so happy and I was living my dream when I got sick. And there are so many people like me who were young and who were just living their lives and doing their thing, and one day they just woke up and they were in excruciating pain, and they just like, I just have never not been in pain since that day. And it's just so like insulting to me that that's like not what happened. And the only like sliver of even close to talking about the issue publicly is just done so badly. Like, they didn't even research anything because they said such inaccuracies. Like, they were saying that in Europe there's no approved treatment for fibromyalgia, which is true, but also there's no approved treatment anywhere else that I know of, because everybody else in the world is taking the same medication we are, which has not been like officially approved for fibromyalgia, because it hasn't been any medication approved for fibromyalgia because they don't know what it is. Okay? It just pisses me off so freaking much, because like, think about it, right? The thing that is super common, like, a lot of us have depressive spells, a lot of us have anxiety. Maybe it's not the anxiety that is causing the fibromyalgia. Maybe it's the fibromyalgia that's causing the anxiety. And maybe the fact that we are sick and we don't know what the hell is wrong with us can be pretty anxiety inducing. And it can be pretty depressive to lose all your friends and family because nobody believes you, and not even your doctor believes you and says you're making it up, and you are just trapped in a body that doesn't work properly, and you're surrounded with by people who don't give a so maybe that's pretty infuriating and depressive, and maybe that's why people are sad. It just and the thing that riles me up the most is when people around me tell me not to get pissed off about it, and they don't get pissed off with me. They're just like, oh, it's no point getting upset about it. Yeah, there is a point getting upset about it, because like, basically this person is saying that I'm like a miserable, hysterical woman who just doesn't deserve proper treatment because it's all in my head. Like, that's basically what they said, and it's not. And it's just not true. There we go, spreading more misinformation and just burying us deeper. Like, I literally spend my days working on improving and being happy and sharing knowledge about this illness with other people, and it just makes me so angry that like, I literally have no power over this. And like, of course we don't get doctors helping us, of course we don't get disability help, of course nobody gives a shit, because the only people with authority are saying that we don't deserve this help. But it matters, like, it matters so much, because that right there is what I have to deal with all the time. Like, that is what I fear is going to be told to me. Like, that is what I think every single doctor thinks about me. I don't know. I just think it's so reckless and unethical and unprofessional. If you're here still after this huge rant, thank you. And yeah, I'm sure you all understand. We've all been through this in some way or another. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow. Hello. Sorry for the bad lighting, bad angle, but this is what I can do right now. We went to have lunch out today. We also went in the morning to the flea market. I took Zeus with me. It was really, really nice. We went out to lunch and then we went to a magic show, which was so good, but I have a migraine after the show, and my dad, being a narcissistic person who doesn't have any empathy, kind of doesn't get it, and the journey home was kind of painful and loud. I just didn't have the energy anymore to say, can you please lower your voice? So yeah, that's what's happening. My mom just helped me get in bed, and she's gone to get me some food so I can eat and then sleep. But Zeus is laying down next to me and he's giving me some sweet cuddles. I'm gonna show you. He's just sleeping. I don't know if he's sleeping, but he's just like laying next to me. Zeus. He's just laying down and being very quiet and very gentle. I think he knows I'm in pain. Kind of makes me sad that my dog is more gentle and thoughtful towards my pain than my dad. But I'm trying hard not to think about that because it's just gonna make the headache worse. So I'm gonna go ahead and rest, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.
Hi. So, today's Monday, and as you could see just now, probably I had a migraine yesterday, so I didn't really finish the vlog. I just went to bed. So we went to a magic show, which was great. I really enjoyed it, but it was very loud. There's a lot of things happening, and sometimes when I go to shows, I get migraines afterwards. But normally I try to like always rest up before a show so I don't get one, but I didn't do that yesterday. I don't know why. I went and did things in the morning, and I went and did things in the afternoon. So it was kind of inevitable, but it's fine. I feel better today, so that's all that matters. My joints are in extreme pain today though because the weather is so cold, but the AC is on. It's very nice and warm in here, so it's okay. That's it. I'm gonna finish the vlog here because I need to start today's vlog, even though it's 15 minutes to midnight, but I need to start today's vlog and finish this one. So I'm just here to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to leave it a like and a comment, and consider subscribing to my channel if you have not done that already. It would mean so much to me. Let me know video ideas of things that you want me to talk about in the future, because I am obviously always looking for ideas of things to research and to make videos on. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've already said that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.